in the stanza that follows, which reads, some 20-30 years later, she would laugh at the snapshot. This is what the poetess assumes mother would do then. She would laugh at the snapshot. Why? See Betty and Dolly, she would say, and look how they dressed us for the beach. So the reason is written in the lines that follow. She would laugh at the snapshot, considering the way their elders had dressed them up for this particular event. And as I said, dressing up and going to a beach is a big event in itself for the poetess. So Betty and Dolly understandably are the cousins. So, and this incident, this particular moment of poetess's mother laughing at the snapshot has been described as happening 20 or 30 years later than the visit, later or after, 20-30 years after the visit to the sea. The sea holiday was her past, mine is her laughter. This is again loaded with meaning. Poetess Shirley Toulson says, for my mother, the sea holiday was her past. And for me, her laughter is my past. This is what the poetess says. For mother, the sea holiday was a past, and for me, that is the poetess, the fact that she would laugh at the snapshot was her past. And the last line, which is loaded with meaning, says, both wry with the laboured ease of loss. And both of us at our past. My mother's past was, poetess's mother's past was the sea holiday, and for me, mother's past was her laughter. Both are, because both these incidents are no longer there, and it was and mother's death or demise was an inseparable loss to me, and the incident of sea holiday was also a past for her mother. Therefore, both of us are disappointed. Right, both of us are disappointed. And yet amused. Both of us are disappointed and yet amused. How amused? This has to be understood. Because when we lost our past, when the two pasts were lost, when the two past incidents were lost, which were very dear to both of us, we experienced profound grief. Insurmountable sorrow overwhelmed us. However, over a period of time, the intensity of this loss lessened, and we began accepting or reconciling ourselves with this loss with facility or ease or without any effort. So in a way, we had to make an effort, labored, we had to make an effort over a period of years to accept the loss of the past that was dear to us. So because we accepted or reconciled ourselves to our fate, both of us, relatively easily, therefore we both are amused. The poetess says, I am amused, but disappointed all the same. So both wry with the laboured ease of loss. Then thereafter the next stanza reads, now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived, and of this circumstance there is nothing to say at all. It's silence, silences. Now she has been dead, mother has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived. Now the photograph was taken when when poetess's mother was 12 years of age, or about 12 years of age, and about these many years have passed. So as that girl lived, that means the age of my mother, the age of Shirley Toulson's mother, when the snapshot was taken, was 12 years, and as many years, and just about these many years have have passed. So now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl in the photograph, my mother, lived, and of this circumstance there is nothing to say at all. And of this circumstance, the death, that is, or the death of my mother's death, renders me inarticulate to give an expression to my profound grief. This circumstance refers to mother's loss, which brought profound grief, overwhelming grief and sorrow, and so profound and extreme was the sorrow that I am rendered inarticulate or speechless